All right, down day, still yielding a little bit of profit, 25.47. I think we had, what, 4 trades total, 2 this afternoon after this morning's session. Just looking around, everything's kind of negative, but it's not like in a bad way. There is no bad, it's just what it is. So we get 29 down on the ES, NQ, which is NASDAQ, down 168. Those are futures. I don't follow the main indices. There's really no reason for it. This WBS, we had this on another account. We had bought and sold that on this morning on a big pullback. I don't remember which one it was. Let's take a look. Must have been this other one. Oh, there it is there. So, and then we put an order back in when we hit the alert. So we're actually trailing that down. Looks like it's within, what, 13, oh, it's about 41 cents, 51 cents, somewhere around there. So you can see we bought and sold this morning. That was just one of those quickies. Doesn't happen all the time, but, you know, you don't know where the market's going, so don't guess. Just manage your money, try to get in, try to get out, pull as much out as you can at one time, but still targeting your profit target. Don't start making it up as you go. Have a plan before you get in. I don't care what you use as your target, but you got to understand, start looking up things about the mean and how close you need to be to the mean. The dividend tells you a lot about the mean. A lot of people don't understand it. It just happens to work that way. Closer the better. If you don't have any motion or any movement in a stock, then you'll end up just collecting dividends. If it goes down, you buy more stock. Eventually, if they're paying dividends, hopefully more people start buying it and it goes back up and you cash out. It's just the nature of the game. But if you're calling tops and bottoms, like the majority of people on Twitter, YouTube, it's like, hey, this is the top, this is the top, it's going down from here. You're going to be disappointed more times, you're going to lose more than you're winning. And a lot of times most people end up finding out that, they want that big payoff, so they put big money up and, they get slapped down. It's not a pleasant feeling, been there, done that years and years ago. But got smart, and if you're pulling money out of the market consistently with no losses, they can only say one thing about you is you're winning. So don't take it for granted that this is an easy system. It takes a little bit to get used to because your brain isn't wired that way. They want you to think that you have to come up with big money to make money, and you don't. But everybody wants to get rich quick, especially younger folks. They want to show off to their friends. Hey, you're not investing in Bitcoin. You're stupid. And I said, well, I'm invested in Bitcoin too, so I'm not stupid. But I don't take the stance like most people do. I'm always willing to look at new technologies, different ways of doing things. But when it comes to managing money, I've got that down. I don't need any more. I don't want to get into a 5-page or a 50-page dissertation on how to manage money. I make it simple. You don't need all this highfalutin, garbage running around in your head trying to figure out what direction or, how much money you need to do. It's just a scale thing. Start with $10. Learn how to manage $10. If you can't manage $10, how are you going to manage 100? If you can make 10% off $10, that's $1. If you make 10% off 100, that's $10. 10% off 1,000, it's $100. You need to start thinking that way instead of, hey, I need $1 million. Well, nobody's just going to give you $1 million. If you don't, like I said before, if you can't win with 1,000, you're taking losses there, you're going to be multiplying that factor against 1,000,000. You know, it's 1,000 times bigger than 100. Now, if you think you're, smart enough, you'll probably figure out real quick that you don't know shit. You need to learn how to manage money, learn how to manage it small, and then work your way up. Everybody does it the exact opposite. They try to get you into leverage products, and they have their place, but not in the way we're doing things. When you're first starting out, you need to be able to manage a small account and make it grow. As you get good at it, you'll realize, hey man, I had to put some work into that, right? It's easy to lose money. All you got to do is, let's go buy some futures. And then when you see it go against you, you're going to be like, wow, man, I'm down like $2,000 already. What do? You get scared because you got 10,000 in it. You lost 20% of your position. You haven't lost it yet until you realize it. And that's when you hit the sell button because you just can't take it anymore. You're like, oh shit. That's what happens. If futures was so easy, everybody'd be doing it. I think they tell everybody's doing it, but just look at the volume. But we can see here that, well, this is one. Yeah, let's talk about this one. So we had this rights offering come in, I guess it was last week. I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm going to wait and see what their offer actually is. It hasn't come out yet. But we did a DCA here. You can see the blue triangle. We wanted to, I think it was 20 shares. Maybe it was 19. Let me go back over here to this one. I do most of my trades here because it's just easier. Yeah, so it was 19. I think it was 19. Yeah, 19. We bought 19 additional shares, and we're still below the max, 175. Well, we brought it up close to 20, right? So now you can see our average cost has moved down just below that 100%. So we're looking either to buy additional shares down here or wait for it to go up and hit the 1450. Otherwise, we collect 16.8% on our money. Now this will fluctuate, right? But this is the perfect setup for you. Once you get your money in there, you leave it in there. If it goes up and hits it, now you got to buy something else. I mean, man, life's rough, huh? Well, it's just not coming in fast. And I was like, well, it's just a scaling issue. If you want it to grow faster, you have to have more money in your account. Everybody love to have 7-digit accounts. Maybe the government one day will give everybody $1 million. And nobody will do anything. We'll all sit around drinking pina coladas. It's not a good example. Pina coladas suck. But yeah, when you have these down days, and you wait and see where things are moving, kind of like, well, what do? Just sit back and watch some YouTube. I choose to go either hiking or go biking, or walk with my dogs, do something other than sit here and look at the screen. I only make the adjustments when I have to. I manage it when I have to. When I sell something, I don't do anything. When I buy something, I have to put in a sell order. I do all my work before the market opens. I get my orders in there. We have a scan that comes out on Sunday. You look over the scan, you make your picks. If you watched this video this morning, you probably would have seen, what, 20, well, say 20 orders, because we had another 4 orders come in. And we had a few, a handful of alerts. So you check those against your scan to make sure that if they're on the scan, then you play them the way you want to manage them. That's all there is to it. Now you just sit and wait. If you're impatient, you will lose at this game. If you don't think you're, reality is money comes in at the pace at which you let it. It doesn't come in at the pace that you force it. You can't force your account to grow. Okay, you can't just say, hey, I need this to go at this rate. I need to get 50% on my money. I guess you could, but it seems like the higher the percentage you target, the slower it grows. It's the exact opposite of what you think. There is a little bit of, that 10 to 25% range. Anything outside there, the accounts don't seem to grow as fast because you're targeting way too much. We got one in there, what was it, OMF? I doubt this will ever hit. I mean, I think they'll probably either reduce. Something's weird about this, but I'm just playing it the way the rules state. Where is it? Maybe it's in this account here, because this is crazy amount of dividends on this. If it pays, it's like, okay, OMF. I have no idea what they are. Don't care. But if you look at this dividend amount, $15.80 per year. I only have 2 of them, right? So I'll make $31.60 on $111. Think about that. That's 29.5% on your money. It's paying $3.95 per quarter. Let's look at that chart. Looks like it's getting ready to pay too. So I'm going to make $4, and I just spent $111, right? Think about it. If it hits, how long does it take me to double my money? Work it out. Get your calculator out. I'm not going to tell you. Now, it just jumped up. So that's why the main reason I jumped on is because I see that it's going to happen again. Now, whether that $3.95 is paid again or not, I don't know. But 45 would still be within our wheelhouse, right? 45, 45, 45, and 45. That's 107 or 90, 180, right? $1.80. We target no less than 120 per share per year. Well, that's $15.80 per share per year. That's not too bad. So at $4, it doesn't take us long to double our money. 30%, it's just stupid. I mean, you're talking like just over 3 years to double that $111, right? Because if it's 31.60 into 11, it's like 2.5, 3, well, just over 3 years. The double. Well, why wouldn't you put more? Because I don't know if this is going to stay. I'm not going to guess. I'm willing to take a chance on doubling that $100. You have to. We're after occurrences here. We're not after home runs. It's like, oh, I'm going to put $1 million in there. Yeah, and the dividends go away. And you're sitting there stuck with it, right? Somebody's going to see this, and they're going to be like, well, hell, I'm going to buy 100 of them. Like, well, good on you. You'll make $395 if you get it before the next dividend, which is May 27th. Don't blame me if you get stuck with it. I didn't tell you it was going to happen. I'm just saying, here's my reasoning. It come up on the scan. It's doing what we want it to do. I don't care if the price is coming down. I'm still going to get paid that same amount of dividend. Right? Well, you're going to be losing money. I'm not going to lose nothing. I'll end up owning this. I'll have 2 shares for the rest of my life. If it never comes back up, it'll have to go out of business and I'll lose $111. But each quarter that goes by, I'm going to get paid that $3.95 or whatever the amount of dividend. If the dividend goes away, I already got my $4 back on it, right? So I only really lost 107. Another 3 months goes by. Now I'm down to what? 103. Or wait, 8. Yeah, 103. So you see what I'm saying? It keeps eating away at your capital. That's what dividends are good for. Or not your capital, but your cost basis. People don't get it. That's why charts are deceiving. You can make up your own chart, and I know people that have their own spreadsheets, and they subtract the dividend amounts away from the actual cost basis each month, and then they put in where their cost basis is. Once it gets down to 0, then the dividends are paid up in full, and now it's just gravy on top. It's kind of like a loan. You look at a mortgage amortization, you're just doing it in the reverse to yourself. But if you put all your money in one basket, how are you going to make any occurrences? Occurrences are not just dividends, they're payments, they're trades. I call it rent. Each one of these is a house that's paying me rent. This one's paying me $1.44 a year. I mean, these are shitty little homes, right? And this one's paying me $1.32, $1.20, $1.68, right? And that's just if I have, one occupant. We got 2 occupants in this one house, so it's going to have to pay me $3.36, $2.36, or $3.36. This one's got 36 residents, right? Now you make it up however it makes more sense to you in your head. I know it sounds silly, but sometimes it just takes thinking about it differently to get a different perspective. This way you start I like that idea. So look at all these people that I give housing to, right? I'm collecting rent, except for this. This must have been a government subsidized one because it doesn't pay rent anymore. Well, it does, but it's so low, it might as well not be. But you see how many people. I actually housed 5,630 people in all these homes. So eventually this negative 16,000 will be 0, right? Not here, but if you want to put it on a graph, if I make $16,000 worth of dividends this year, then this is moot, right? Doesn't matter which one went where, you just add it up. This will stay negative as long as this particular one is down, this particular one is down. If they all go green, then this will be positive. Still doesn't mean nothing. It's unrealized. Yeah, well, we'll see let's go see what's going on with Bitcoin. I'm assuming it come down. Yeah, Bitcoin's still around 56. I think it'll probably keep on going. It has been for years. I mean, we had that one pullback, but it came right back up. If you're not already involved in it, you should be. Even if you can buy like $500 worth, I think you can buy a minimum of $100 worth, and that would put you understand what Bitcoin is. All you had to do is take $100, divide that by, we'll just use 50,000 as a round number, and that's how much Bitcoin you'll have, 0.002. Probably be a little bit less than that because you have to pay for, the transaction fee. but give you, roundabout number. So, and we're at, what are we at, 55 right now? So if you put $100 in at 55, 979, that's what you'd have. And it goes to 8 places. So you go here and here. So you wipe out all of this. Oh, now do that again. 100 divided by 55, 993.30. So you go 4 and 4. Everything to the right of that you can get rid of, but that's what your number will look like in your account. Right? That's how much Bitcoin you'll own for $100 worth of Bitcoin. That's what it looks like digitally. People need to understand how this works because this is coming. If you don't think it's coming, you're out of your mind. This has been, I got involved, I was just lucky. There's no fucking, I'm not some genius or whatever. I just, because I'm involved in financials, I paid attention to this type of stuff. So I bought some, I actually did some mining. And, until the computer couldn't keep up with it because it just got too hard. So, I mean, it's been years since I mined, but I ended up, have my own little wallet, where I put my mining. But I never got involved in any other stuff because I'm kind of like, oh, I've got enough Bitcoin that if it hits $1 million, I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about anything now, but, it's, you get $1 million on that, on Bitcoin, it's going to be, people are going to be like kicking themselves so hard. I don't see it stopping at 100, that's for sure. The adoption, I think 99% of the population of the world doesn't even understand it. And if that's what it looks like right now, 56,000 a share, I mean, that $100, if let's just say it's 250,000 per Bitcoin, right? And you buy $100, this is what your bank account will look like when you look on your phone, right? That's what it'll look like, 0.0004. So when you go to the grocery store to buy something, you're like, hey, I just had $50, $50 in Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin is 250 or 50 divided by 250,000, that's how much they'll take out. Now, if you remember, the other one was 4, right? It's just simple stuff, but you got to understand how it works. If you don't understand how it works, how are you ever going to get involved in it? All the people that are scared to death about getting into Bitcoin, they think it's some kind of scam. You're missing the boat. It ain't going anywhere. It's been around too long. It makes too much money, and money just keeps coming in. You got major corporations that, banks used to poo-poo it. Now they're, well, maybe we'll get involved in it. Well, they're not just saying maybe. They're involved in it. I mean, they're trading derivatives on it. They're doing all kinds of different things now. So don't miss out on it, because eventually your paycheck is going to be in Bitcoin. It'll be a digital transfer, and you'll see it come up on your phone. You're going to be like, fuck, I ain't got no money. Because it looks better if that decimal place is on the other side, right? So if you have 1 Bitcoin, if you have $50,000 and you buy a Bitcoin, divide that by 50,000, that's how much you have, 1 Bitcoin. Doesn't look like a lot, but you got $50,000. It's genius who came up with it. Some people hate it, some people love it. I'm indifferent. I don't really care. It can do whatever it wants. All I know is if it keeps going up in price, I buy and sell it because I know it doesn't just go from point A to point B straight up. Now, I do have some that I don't trade. I keep it in a wallet so it's safe. Nobody can get to it. It's offline. That's just, but I have so many different cryptocurrencies now. It's crazy because You get halving events and everything. I'll have to go back over to Coinbase and see what's left in there. I think I transferred most of the stuff out. But I trade it. I don't care what the fee is as long as I make what I want. Does it matter? Nope. No, so down day overall, but yet we're in the positive. So let's see, what do we make today? 25.47. Made $1.74 in dividends, so we're up 922.45 since the first. So we got 1, 2, what do we got? 12 days. So we're still under that $100 mark. We'd like to get all three of these accounts up to that $1,200 mark. We're right now at, what did I say, 12 days? Is this over? Yeah, 12 days. So 76, well, let's just say $77 a day right now. And this is trading the smallest accounts that I trade. If you can understand what I'm doing, you don't have to worry about money. You just cut it in half, you make $30 a day, okay? That's if the market's crashing, because you're getting paid in dividends. That's with small accounts. Doesn't matter if one account's got 60, one's got 30, one's got 20. The percentages are the same. What we're trying to hit is 1% a month plus, right? Minimum 1%. We're not talking a market crashing, some weird event or whatever. We're talking just on a regular basis. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. We're going to have, you got to ride the fence with this stuff. If you're too far to one side, you're going to get slapped down on the other. You're still going to come back to the mean. Keep your money protected. Now you do that is not going too big on any one position. You want to go big, get ready to get slapped down big. It's a double-edged sword. If you don't use the sword, it can't hurt you. Need to update my chart here. This is what I do managing my account. I'll do this one down here. Of course, you see that gap in there. That's, you know, the weekends, right? That's why you see a gap and then a gap. As we had a long weekend there. Yeah, that's why there's such a big gap. But you get the idea. It's constantly moving up. When you see it flatline, it means you're not making any more money. Oh, look at that. Right on the close. Bought FFG. Guess we got to add that. So we'll go down through here. Take a look. See what happened. FFG. What account was that on? Must be this other one. There it is. FFG. See if that like rocketed down. Nope. Okay, so we'll just do what we normally do. 56.66. Look over here, it's 208 for the dividend amount, and we got extra 34 cents, so we'll go 59.10. Close. 59.10. Boom. I'll take a look at the chart. Set it up the way we want to. I know where I'm buying next. Put our alert in so we don't have to look at it every 5 minutes. There we go. Remember, these are weekly charts. We're in no rush. DFP. Yeah, I'm going to put, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put an alert on the mean because we'll buy back at the mean at least if it happens. That one closed out today. It's on the scan for this week, so it's got to come back. I want it to touch it first though before I buy it, just out of curiosity. I get kind of weary of stuff like that, especially when it happens in the same week. Don't ask me what I'm talking about. It's just a feeling. You know, we're just cleaning up some of these charts here. Just getting us ready. See if there's anything that's out of the ordinary. Probably go through a bunch of these just to see if we've done everything right. Yep. Looks pretty good. To check that. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you before I get out of here was MO. I love when these do this. Yeah, so Altria, we like those because that's a trail that we have in there, 4 shares. This pays a really good dividend. I mean, we followed Mo for many, many, many years, made a lot of money off cigarettes. And I guess it's on this other account. Well, see that? Where did it go? Must be on this one. Oh, well, we don't have it yet. That's why. But let's take a look. Yeah, so I mean, it's already down $3-4, but we know it's about a $340, $350 per share per year. It's not bad, but a decent Monday. We got a lot of good orders, and we needed to pick up some positions because you can't make any money if you don't have any positions. We had slaughtered it last week. I don't know how many sells we had last week, but we got rid of quite a few positions, so we definitely needed to, you know, buy some more. But we don't just go out there willy-nilly and buy them. We let the scans take care of it. Sure enough, came through with flying colors again. So, but that's pretty much it for today. What do we end up with on the day? Yeah, it looks like about 26, 27 bucks, you know, but overall we're looking at in the 88 range per day on average. Some days are better than others. All right, till next time.